Hi and welcome to Universal Yoga Shala for our Yoga for Stiff Men series. My name is Robbie and I'll be guiding the practice today. And it was actually my dad who contacted me recently to put together a yoga class for him because he sits at a computer at a desk all day and he's super stiff. And so I thought, why not take this opportunity to make something available for everyone to enjoy. So of course you don't have to be a man to enjoy and get something out of this practice, and you don't necessarily have to be super stiff either. I just thought it had a nice ring to it. So if you can, grab hold of a pillow, which will come in handy throughout the practice. Take a few moments to yourself and I'll meet you on the mat. And so we begin today's practice in a comfortable seat. This is easy cross. So you might like to have a pillow placed underneath you, which helps elevate the hips slightly so we're not sinking back in our seat. So sitting tall here, elongate the spine, and just try and let the hands come back, walking back slightly. Let the shoulders come back and down. And then simply keeping the shoulders where they are, bring the hands to the knees. And close the eyes as we begin with a short grounding practice, as we begin to draw our awareness inwards. Become very aware of your physical body. Notice yourself sitting evenly on the sitting bones. Sitting strong in your seat. You begin moving your awareness from the very base of the spine upwards, drawing an imaginary line from the very lower back, along the spine, the middle back, and the upper back, to the crown of the head. Noticing your facial muscles are totally relaxed. The jaw isn't clenched. And the tongue is soft in the mouth. The eyes gently closed. The forehead is relaxed. There's no tension there. As you bring your awareness now to your breath and simply watch your breath. There's no need to control it. Just notice as you inhale, are you breathing through the nostrils or the mouth? And you exhale, noticing the quality of your breath. Take 3 more soft breaths here. You gently begin to blink the eyes open. We come now into butterfly pose. So for butterfly pose, we can stay seated on the pillow and bring the soles of the feet to touch. So the hips here might be really tight, so maybe the feet need to be slightly away from the bum. See if we can draw the heels as close to the bum as possible. Sitting up tall in our seat, hands can grab hold of the toes. Draw the shoulders back, lift the chest here so the back is totally flat. And very slowly begin flapping the knees. Just starting slowly here. So starting to notice the heat generated in the hips. As we start flapping faster now. Just breathing normally here. Imagine you're flapping the knees like the wings of a butterfly, moving faster and faster still for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowing down slowly. And from here, just looking at the feet, hands can grab hold of the outsides of the feet and just open the soles slightly, and the elbows can just touch the knees if that's available. lean forward just a little bit. Feel the inside of the legs, the hips open a little more. Take 2 breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale. Gently release. Bring the knees together. And come onto the hands and the knees. Now as we move through this practice, it might be handy to have this pillow nearby. We're starting in tabletop position. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Just sway from side to side. Perhaps moving back and forward. And as you do so, just notice the sensations in the fingers and the wrists as you move forward. The toes, the ankles, the knees as you move back. Coming back to center, moving into cat-cow. We're going to warm up the spine here. So as we inhale, drop the belly, shoulders come back slightly. Look up just a little, feel a stretch in the throat. And as you exhale, round the back, draw the belly in, chin to chest. Really hollowing out the belly. Inhale, drop the belly, look up a little. Exhale, round the back, and feel here that you're pressing away from the mat with the hands, like an angry cat up on all fours. 3 more rounds in your own breath. One more inhale. Exhale, really rounding, arching that middle upper back, coming back to center. From here, we're going to step the right foot forward. So begin stepping that right foot forward. You can use the right hand here, grabbing hold of the ankle, hands frame either side of the foot. If this is too much for the back knee, you can use a pillow and placing it under that knee for support. As you bring the hands to the knee, rising into a low lunge. So here we're not too deep in our lunge. Our right foot's quite close to the knee. 90 degrees here. Let's just pulsate a little. Inhale, exhale, sink deep. So it's okay for this knee to travel a little over the ankle. And one more inhale. Exhale, perhaps holding here. And that back foot, toes can be tucked or you can place the top of the foot down. Notice it opening the hip. As you inhale, rising slightly, perhaps walking that right foot forward, coming into a low lunge. As you inhale, reach the arms up, fingertips head towards the sky, and as you reach the shoulders away from the sockets, inhale, exhale, draw the shoulders back and down. So the toes at the back foot can tuck now. We're going to come into a little flow, so inhale here for our low lunge. And exhale, begin to take the hands down towards the ground and shoot the hips back. Straighten the right leg, toes point high to the sky. This is half splits. So the bum can either stay high or begin sinking that bum down towards the heel. And then inhale, come back for our low lunge. Rise the arms, follow your breath. Inhaling high, look up. And exhale, taking the hands down, shooting the hips back. Straighten the leg. So this front foot isn't relaxed. Flex the foot, toes high, feeling this in the hamstring. A few more rounds in your breath. One more inhale. Exhale down. Let's hold here for a few breaths. As you inhale, coming back to center, placing the right foot down, hands either side for support, taking the right knee back, swapping out left to right. So if you've used the pillow for support on the left, you can use it on the right now. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. Taking the left foot forward, again, left hand grabs hold of the ankle, back toes can be tucked or flat on the ground, hands to the knees, rising. Again, just pulsing a few times here. Notice what's happening with this left hip. And also as you sink deeper, starting to activate and open the right hip too. Staying deep this time. 3. Keep drawing the belly in. Don't relax and sink down here. Draw the belly in, shoulders back. As you inhale, lift up a little, walk that front foot forward. And rise up into our low lunge. Again, reaching the fingertips high, draw the shoulder blades back and down. So if that back foot's pressing down, really pressing the ankle into the floor, we're going to come into our flow. Inhale. Exhale. Pressing the hands down, bum shoots back, tucking the toes on the back foot, straightening this leg, feeling the hamstrings. Say hello. Inhale, come back. Exhale, down. Again, this bum can go as low as you like, maybe all the way. Inhale. Exhale. One more round and then we'll hold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. And stay here. The gaze can be at the toes or slightly ahead, or perhaps you want to fold down, forehead heading towards the knee. Breathe into the hamstring. And one more inhale. Exhale, placing the left foot down, hands either side of the foot for support, taking that left knee back, perhaps removing our little prop, and just swaying from side to side. Now from here, take the knees as wide as the mat, bring the big toes back to touch. We're going to sit back in extended child's pose. So notice what happens here with the hips. Walk the hands forward, bring the forehead down towards the ground. Now the bum might not be touching the heels, that's totally fine. It can be nice to fold over a pillow, put that there for support. We'll just allow the bum to slightly rise. Doesn't so much matter. As long as you're feeling this in the hips, getting a stretch in the lower back. You might be active in this pose, so the arms are straight and strong, or the forearms can be resting down. Take 5 breaths. Again, noticing your breathing, even inhalations and exhalations. Two more breaths. One more inhale. And as you exhale, now we can slightly begin to rise back up. Watch out for our little prop. Stays out of the way. Hands under the shoulders. Bring the knees back to center. Tuck the toes. Take a big inhale. We're going to press back into our first downward facing dog. So as you exhale, begin to press the bum back. Slowly straighten the legs. Straightening the arms. Bum shoots back towards the sky. So here we want to look like an upside down V. So you can really bend the knees if you need to here to help shoot the bum high. Or if it's easier, if you like, you can straighten the legs a little more. Just some checkpoints for this pose. So the hands, the fingertips spread firmly, pressing the hands down, straighten the arms. Gaze is through the knees. Slight bend in the knees if you like to lift, using the hip flexors, lift the bum towards the sky. If you'd like to straighten the legs, feeling that in the hamstring. Perhaps pedaling out the feet left to right. All right, looking up at the hands here. That right hand, just walk it about 5 centimeters in. On our next inhale, we're going to step the right foot to the outside of the hand. You might like to take it bit by bit, so stepping the right foot forward, finding yourself there. This is lizard pose. Notice what this feels like. We're going to come into a little flow, and as you inhale, step back. Keep the hands where they are. Inhale, step forward. Again, you can come bit by bit. Inhale, step back. Inhale, forward and hold. Exhale. Inhale, back. 2 more rounds in your own time. Letting your breath guide you. And 1 more round. Exhale, step and hold. Drop that back knee, flatten the foot. And very slowly, you can either stay here or come down to the forearms. So just see what's available. Notice this right knee is high, right foot planted down. Over the next 5 breaths, allow this knee to begin to open. The right foot comes off the ground and this right knee opens. Notice the sensation moving from the inside of the leg, the inside of that hip to the middle, the outside. And that knee continues to open. You can use the right hand here to support by pressing into the thigh, perhaps adding a little twist, looking over the shoulder. Staying for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, coming back. Slowly bring the hands down for support. Walk the right foot in. Tuck the toes on the back. We're simply going to step back into down dog. Pedaling out once more. We're going to do the same thing on the left. So looking up at the hands, walk the left hand slightly in. And as you inhale, stepping the left foot outside the left hand. Notice here what's happening before we move back. As you inhale, press back. We're going to move forward in a bit of a flow here. So as we inhale, step forward. And exhale, step back. Going at your own pace. 2 more rounds. Breathing, let the breath take you into the pose. 1 more inhale, we're going to hold. Dropping that back knee, flattening that foot. Again, if it's a bit painful here on the back knee, you can use the pillow there for support. Coming down to the forearms if you like. And we begin to open that knee. Sole of the foot comes off the ground. So notice again the sensation move from the inside of the leg to the outside of the leg. You can help deepen this hip opening pose by pressing the left hand into the thigh. Just taking this as deep as you like. Coming into a little twist here if you like. So looking over the shoulder, shining the chest. A few more breaths. And when you feel ready, slowly beginning to come back. So the sole of the foot presses down, hands frame either side of the foot. Tuck the toes at the back, and as you inhale, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. So our last down dog for the day, so just pedaling out left to right. Looking up at the hands, and step the feet up towards the hands, sitting the bum down. And so from here we're going to come into deer pose, which is a really nice pose as it has an external rotation on the front leg, an internal rotation of the hip on the back leg. So from here, take the right leg forward and the left leg back, and try to line up the shin parallel to the long edge of the mat and the back thigh parallel to the long edge of the mat. Pillows available, you can sit on the pillow. Well, notice if your front knee is really lifting, you can place a blanket or a pillow under there as well. Spine is erect. Just begin to walk the hands forward slightly and take them a little wider than the legs. On the tips of the fingers, inhale, take the elbows high. Exhale, lower down. So we're riding the breath like a wave. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, lowering. 1 more inhale, ride. Exhale, lower. And staying low here, perhaps coming onto the forearms, coming as deep as you like. Forehead might rest down. Stay for 5 breaths. So again, noticing that external rotation of the left hip. Internal rotation of the right. Two more breaths. 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale. So from here, keeping the body low, walk the fingers wide, fingertips pressing down, elbows high. Inhale, rise slightly the upper body. Exhale, lower a little. Inhale, rising more. Exhale, lower. 1 more inhale, rising to the top. Walking the hands back for support. So simply bring the back leg forward and the front leg back, swapping over. So using the pillow for support if you like. Shin of the front leg in line with the long edge of the mat. Thigh of the back leg in line with the long edge of the mat. Tall here for support. Begin walking the hands forward. Taking the fingers a little wider than that front leg. Elbows wide. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Sinking with each exhale. In this final round, lowering as deep as you'd like to go. You might just like to hang out here. If this is all too much, you can even hang out staying tall. So just find your variation. Ultimately, this is your practice. I'm just guiding you along the way. 3 more breaths. And just feel what you feel in this pose. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Gently begin walking the hands back. So we're moving with intention and awareness. Fingertips a little wider. Elbows pointing high. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. 3 rounds. Rising a little more and sinking a little each time. Coming all the way to the top. Bringing that back leg forward. And from here, press the soles of the feet down. Hands to knees. We're very slowly going to begin to lower down towards the ground. Core is activated. Lowering down the spine, vertebra by vertebra. As we begin to arrive on the back, place the right ankle over the left knee and then simply lift the left foot off the ground. You're going to feel this already start to open up the outside of the hip. You've got a little diamond triangle you've created. Place the right hand through, grabbing hold of the left knee. Left hand goes round, grabs hold. Back of the head down, inhale. And as you exhale, draw the knee to the shoulder. Again, bringing your awareness to the outside of that right hip. I'm going to stay here for 5 breaths. It should be about 30 seconds. So really breathing slowly. Even inhale and exhale. Notice all the little sensations here. Not just what's happening with your leg, but also the back of the head pressing into the floor. The left toes, the lower back pressing down. 1 more inhale. And exhale, gently release the hands, release the legs, simply swap over, left ankle over right knee, find that little triangle, place the left hand through, right hand round, back of the head down, inhale, exhale, drawing that right knee to the shoulder. And just being here in this pose. And so our yoga practice is just as much about being with the pose physically as it is mentally. And so that means the mind is controlled. If it wanders off into daydreaming and past and future, we bring it back by focusing on the breath, focusing on the sensation in the body. Keeping in the now. I'll take 1 more inhale. And exhale, gently releasing the hands, releasing the legs, placing the feet back down. Taking the arms just into a cactus position and letting the knees sway from side to side. So the closer the feet are to the bum, the deeper the twist. So you can walk the feet a little closer, deepening the twist in the spine, or you can walk them further away and just loosening up a bit. And when you twist the knees to one side, let the head fall the opposite direction. 1 more each side. And when you feel ready, coming back to center and taking the legs out in front straight, and the hands can come by the sides. This is Shavasana, the resting pose. So the feet are a little bit wide, the hands are wider than the mat, palms facing up. This is the pose of letting go. So as you inhale deeply through the nose and a long drawn out exhale through the mouth, feeling with that exhale like you're letting go of the practice, letting go of the sensations in the body, letting go of the sound of my voice, even letting go of your breathing. And you just rest here in this pose for the next 2 minutes. Just begin wiggling your fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Just bending the knees and rolling to the right side. You can have the right bicep supporting the cheek, making a little pillow. Stay for a breath. As you exhale, press the hands down for support. Keep the eyes closed here as you find your way into a comfortable seat where the spine is erect. Bringing the hands to heart center. And just gently bowing your head down towards your hands. Just in gratitude to yourself for showing up to the practice today, for clicking on that link. Giving yourself a bit of yoga love. When you're ready, gently releasing the hand, blinking open the eyes. So thank you very much for letting me guide you in this practice. Hope to see you on the mat soon.